Hey troopers, and welcome back to the Down Under Stormtrooper. If you want to look less like a sandtrooper and more like a parade-ready Stormtrooper, then this is the video for you. So today I'm going to go through how I get my armour nice, shiny and ready for a big event, and in my case that's a wedding tomorrow. We'll cover how to remove scuff marks, giving the kit a nice good clean, and also how to polish that ABS plastic. Make sure you stick around to the end for a couple of bonus tips on how to improve the vision in your helmet, and also how to get rid of those annoying squeaks and creaks when you're walking around in your armour. Now before we can get into the details, we have to deal with that grit. As you can see, machine armour here, it's absolutely covered in dirt and dust. It's looking more like I've been patrolling a dusty farm field than the Death Star. It's pretty heavily scratched too, but our cleaning process will help clean this right up. In fact, this actually isn't the dirtiest my armour's ever been. I did a Relay for Life troop once, and it was about a 12+ hour day walking on a dirt paddock, and it was absolutely filthy after that. Now what you can see here, I've set up a table with a large towel underneath, and that's because the first step here can get quite messy and we're bound to get water everywhere. I'm just using warm water here and a dash of dishwashing liquid with a soft cloth just to wipe away that surface grime. You can see a photo of me here drying the armour on a clothesline. It's a bit of a laugh and it's totally fine if your line is in the shade, but a massive warning, do not leave your armour baking in the hot Australian sun or you will risk melting your kit. Now while the armour's drying, it's a perfect time to clean the shoes. Many troopers, they have white leather boots from suppliers like Imperial Boots, so you might not need to worry about painting them. However, I'm wearing Dublin boots from Horseland here in Australia. They didn't come in white, so they had to be painted, but that's not really a big inconvenience. I might switch to leather eventually, but these are so comfortable I'm not in a rush. I use Bioproof white shoe paint and it sells for about 11 Australian dollars here in shoe repair shops. To get a professional look, I apply a slightly heavier first stroke for coverage and then immediately go back over it with a lighter stroke to ease out any visible brush marks. Now we'll leave these in a safe location to dry while we get back to cleaning up the armour. Now that the boots are set aside, let's tackle those stubborn black marks on the plates. Most of these aren't actually scratches, they're transfer marks from the black rubber from your holster, your blaster, or even the boots of a fellow trooper during a crowded photo op. To shift these, I use a Chuck Magic eraser. You can grab an 8-pack for about $4.50 at Coles or Woolies. Now a lot of people will dampen these first, but I prefer to use them completely dry. Because they're made of melamine foam, they act like an incredibly fine sandpaper, almost like a pencil eraser for plastic. Watch how it lifts those deep black battle scars off the white ABS without needing any chemicals. And for a bit of a usage tip, make sure you keep the pressure consistent and let the foam do the work. If you scrub too hard in one spot, you're going to dull the factory finish of that ABS plastic, so I like to move around the mark until it's completely gone. It's a slow, satisfying process, but it's the best way to get that pristine recruit look back. By the way, if you're enjoying these tips and you want to learn other ways of how you can keep your armour looking sharp or build techniques, then please hit that subscribe button for the Down Under Stormtrooper channel. It really helps me continue to make these videos. To get that showroom shine back, I swear by Maguire's Plastex. You can pick it up at Super Cheap Auto for around about 28 Australian dollars. This stuff is actually designed for restoring car headlights, but because it's a non-abrasive rich gel, it's absolutely ideal for polishing ABS plastic. It removes that hazy look and those fine swirl marks that build up over time. I like to use two separate rags for this. First I have an application rag. This becomes wet simply from adding the polish itself and distributing it across the armour. And once I've got a good even coat, I'll switch over to a clean, dry, perhaps a microfiber rag for the actual polishing. And I use a circular motion and a little bit of elbow grease, and you'll start to see the plastic pop. So as an added bonus, the bottle states that this has UV protection and anti-yellowing properties. As many of us know, most of the kits will start to yellow over time, so using this regularly might just help prolong the life of your kit and help keeping it looking Imperial grade for a little bit longer. Now for the first of my two bonus tips. So we've all been there, you spent all this time polishing your armour, it's looking absolutely pristine, you put it on and you become the world's squeakiest Stormtrooper. To fix this, I use a simple tea light candle. So you can get a bag of these for about $3 Australian at the reject shop or Hot Dollar or somewhere like that. And I rub the dry wax onto the internal rub points, like where the shins meet the boots or where the chest plate overlaps the abdominal armour. Finally, for bonus tip number 2, nobody likes a foggy bucket. In fact, I've been at events where my lenses have fogged up so much that I can't see anybody around me, and it gets really dangerous. You can't see the public, you can't see kids. You might see that faint blurry white of the Stormtrooper that's next to you. So what I like to use is a product called Cat Crap Anti-Fog. Yeah, that's the product's name, Cat Crap. And it sells for about 19 to 30 Australian dollars at motorcycle shops. And what it does, it stops your breath from condensing on the plastic and it helps you actually see around you. And that's it, that's my full routine on how to keep your armour clean, polished and ready for action. With just a little bit of effort, you can go from looking like you've just walked off the planet Tatooine to being parade ready and ready for the Emperor's visit. If this video helped you, give it a like, drop a comment with your own cleaning techniques, and don't forget to subscribe for more maintenance and build tips. And for now, may those costume gods be with you.